Gotham Knights is a co-op action RPG set in an open-world Gotham City after the death of Batman. You can play as one of 4 heroes, each with their own skills and gadgets. This game has some strengths, such as the variety of missions, the character customization, and the dynamic weather and day-night cycle. The game also allows you to switch between heroes at any time, or team up with a friend online for co-op action. The combat system is similar to the Batman Arkham games, but with more RPG elements such as leveling up, skill trees, and loot. Gotham Knights also has some interesting character interactions and dialogue between the heroes and their allies. You must give this game a try. Forza Motorsport is the latest installment in the popular racing simulation series. The game boasts stunning graphics, realistic physics, and a huge variety of cars and tracks to choose from. This game's strongest point is its multiplayer mode, where you can compete with other players in various types of races from spec racing to endurance events. The multiplayer mode is well designed and offers a lot of customization options for your car and your driver. You can also join or create clubs and leagues to race with like-minded people. The game's handling model is improved from the previous games, but still leans towards the arcade side of the spectrum. The cars feel more responsive and grippy, and the tire model is more realistic. Forza Motorsport is a solid racing game that will appeal to fans of the genre, especially those who enjoy online racing. Gunfire Reborn is a super cool roguelite FPS with RPG elements that brings together different heroes with a variety of abilities. The game is level-based, with procedurally generated stages, which keeps each run fresh and exciting. Plus, you can team up with up to 3 friends in co-op mode to take on the challenges together. Gunfire Reborn stands out with fast and satisfying gunplay, offering a diverse array of weapons, from pistols to rocket launchers, each with unique stats, effects, and upgrade options. Overall, this is a highly fun and addictive game. If you haven't tried it yet, you must give it a try. Vampire Survivors is a 2D roguelike game with pixel art graphics and bullet hell elements. In this game, you play as one of several vampire hunters, who must survive waves of undead enemies in randomly generated levels. The game's main appeal lies in its simple and addictive gameplay, centered around a single mechanic: shooting. There's no need to aim or press any buttons to shoot, as your character automatically fires at the nearest or random enemy, depending on your weapon. Your primary focus is on moving around and dodging the projectiles and enemies that fill the screen. Additionally, you have the option to find and use items and scrolls that can heal you or provide temporary buffs. Overall, Vampire Survivors may seem basic, but its addictiveness is undeniable. Inside is a stunning platform puzzle game that follows the journey of a young boy in a dystopian world. Inside has a minimalist but atmospheric style, with a dark and oppressive tone that creates a sense of mystery and tension. The game is mostly silent, except for some ambient sounds and music that enhance the mood and emotion of each scene. The gameplay of Inside is similar to Limbo's, as the boy has to avoid various hazards and enemies, as well as solve physics-based puzzles to progress. This game is not very challenging, but it is very immersive and engaging, as the player never knows what to expect next. Inside is a masterpiece of game design, art direction, and storytelling. It is a game that will make you think, feel, and wonder about its meaning and message. Superliminal is a game that challenges your perception of reality and puzzles. You play as a participant in a dream therapy program, where you have to use the power of perspective to manipulate objects and escape from surreal environments. The game is full of clever and creative puzzles that will make you think outside the box and question your own assumptions. Superliminal is a game that will surprise you, delight you, and sometimes frustrate you, but it will always keep you engaged and curious. If you enjoy games that test your mind and imagination, Superliminal is a game you should try. Warhammer 40k Darktide is a 4-player co-op shooter set in the grimdark future of the Warhammer 40k universe. Darktide is a lovely game to play with friends as you work together to survive the onslaught of enemies and unleash your devastating skills. The combat is fast-paced and visceral, with satisfying melee and ranged options. The game also captures the atmosphere and lore of the Warhammer Darktide setting, with detailed graphics, immersive sound design, and witty dialogue. Overall, Warhammer Darktide is a fun and thrilling co-op shooter that fans of the Warhammer 40k universe will enjoy. The game delivers on its promise of brutal and chaotic combat in a dark and dystopian setting. Soma is a first-person horror game set in an underwater facility. Soma has a sci-fi story that explores themes of consciousness, identity, and the mind-body problem. It also features some terrifying creatures that you have to avoid or hide from. According to some reviews, Soma is a sophisticated and thoughtful game, with some grand, exciting, and frankly strange ideas. It has a compelling and enigmatic narrative that keeps you interested in finding out the truth about your situation. If you are looking for a horror game that has a rich and intriguing story, Soma might be a good choice for you. But if you are looking for a more varied and challenging gameplay experience, you might be disappointed by Soma. Minecraft Legends is a spin-off of the popular sandbox game that tries to combine action and strategy elements. You play as a hero who can summon different types of golems to fight against the invading piglins from the Nether. You also have to explore a procedurally generated world, collect resources, and build defenses for friendly villages. The game has a charming and colorful aesthetic that matches the original Minecraft, and the soundtrack is pleasant and fitting. The gameplay is easy to pick up and play, with simple controls and clear objectives. The game also supports multiplayer co-op, which can make the battles more fun and chaotic. Halo Infinite is a game that brings back the classic Halo gameplay with a new open-world twist. You play as Master Chief, the legendary Spartan super soldier who must stop the Banished, a faction of ruthless aliens, from taking over the Zeta Halo ring. Along the way, you will encounter various enemies, weapons, vehicles, and upgrades that will challenge and reward you. The game's combat is fast-paced and satisfying, with a variety of options to approach each encounter. You can use the grapple shot, a new tool that lets you swing around the environment and attack enemies with melee or shock damage. The game's story is engaging and nostalgic, with references to previous Halo games and characters. Halo Infinite is a game that delivers on its promise of being a spiritual reboot of the Halo franchise. Thanks for watching my video. If you like it, you will be a great support if you like the video and subscribe to my channel. Take care until the next video.